It's semis or season over for the Dockers and the Dons. It's the AFLW first elimination final from Fremantle Oval, and away we go. Maddie Prasparkas with the first touch of the game. O'Driscoll having a super season, starts well. Neither team will want to take too many risks early. O'Driscoll. Strong was being held. Coming off 30 touches last week, a career best. Dishes off to Verrier. Inside 50, it'll get over the back. Gaylor's got some work to do here. O'Sullivan hunts it down. Ball spills off Vaught. Chance here for the Bombers to clear. Morecombe controlled it. Kick goes back to the middle of the ground. Tracking it back now is Pugh. She's under a bit of pressure. And the Bombers have got some numbers. They're going to play it forward to the football. It's Clark. Just has to gather. She'll run to 25. She'll run to the goal square. Opening strike for the Bombers. She comes storming through, creates, receives the handball back. Emma's kick out towards half forward might work here for the 50-gamer set. Can she keep it alive? She's kept her feet. She's kept it alive. She's on the boundary line. She squares it up. And that works for the Dockers. 4-4 for the season. And she's hit the post. Thunders into the left upright.
Clark has taken her to the contest and then beaten her out the back.
Prasparkas sold the dummy, bought herself another moment. Strom back inside 50. This is going to work. Hayley Miller's got on the end of it. That's where she heads. Takes the heat off it, and it works perfectly for O'Sullivan. And that's narrow. So a couple of early shots. So 7 inside 50s to 1 in favour of Fremantle early. Bombers get their second now. They got a goal from their first entry. There's a free kick for a nudge in the contest. And they're going to get another look in their second entry. It's Emily Goff. 5 AFLW games. 35 out. Keeps it low. And steers it through. Essendon have the opening 2 goals. Kane just throws it on the boot to get it out of the danger zone. Gamble up in front to her own advantage. Hitting it at speed was Bannister. Ran straight into trouble though. Wonderful tackle. Not easy to do at full tilt. Kane short to Nanscorn. As K-Mac mentioned, the Bombers lead. Short kicks, uncontested marks, uncontested disposals. Prasparkas looking sore.
Very sore in her hip there.
Gives it off to Kane. A handball from Clark might come unstuck. Coming the other way, Lally. Now to Antonio. Ev not much to go to, so she buys herself some time. Then the kick is cut off by Keeney as Prasparkas still struggling.
This is a huge story. Maddie Prasparkas has hardly made her way through.
Here's Miller. Open goal. Gets Frio's first.
Well, they've set up shop in the defensive 50. Essendon and Hayley Miller, that closing distance, the closing speed came through and got the intercept, but this is the injury. Super innocuous. Pulled up with that right hip, grabbed straight at the hip flexor, and in the time that it took for Maddie to get off the ground, that's real concerns.
Dykes tap, taken by Radford. Nice gather from Vaught. Clark wants to light the gents. Can she get free? She can't. Flynn did well. They still managed to get it forward to a one-on-one. Kick not to the advantage of Bannister, and that's really well read by Lowe. She needed to mark that. Another opportunity here for Freo. Strong this time out of the ruck. Grabs it and goals! Van Loon. O'Sullivan tries to sweep onto it. Gaylor ripped her off the football. It was a late whistle, but it came eventually. Free kick, Gabby O'Sullivan.
And Gabby O'Sullivan, on the other hand, being the forward that looks most dynamic for Fremantle.
Lovely weighted kick to beat Webb-Webster. Called to go now. Coming in hard is Kane. She doesn't realise. Gets crunched and gone. Dyke forced to hoist it high. Got close to the player on the mark. Gamble came out, couldn't complete the grab. Fed backwards. Flynn to Newton. Fly over the top. Came from Vaught. Front and centre was Kaufman. O'Sullivan will go against Brown. Brown uses the support. It's Van Loon. O'Sullivan does well. Sockets it forward. Runnels can grab it and run into an open goal. Ellie Runnels gathers. Goals. Dockers get a buffer. Can Essendon manufacture something here? They trail by 10 points, have the breeze. Smothered off the boot of Strong by Walker. That was really clever play from Brooke Walker. Then she comes up with the inspiration. They're going to confer. Freo saying it was touched off the boot. The hands of Scanlon certainly in the vicinity. We have a result. It's a goal. Kick back in the Newton direction. She's disposed of it. Kane, Vaught. Heavy collision inside 50. Two Bombers players thunder into each other. Craig goes short to O'Driscoll.
And that was so identical to the contest we saw when these two teams played at Windy Hill. Amber Clark going back with the flight. Dragged it back under.
Courage again from Amber Clark. Strom away from the congestion. Seth works hard to get there before the line. Bush tries to corral. Awkward handball, nicely gathered from McCarthy. Kick doesn't go the required distance, so forced to give it back. Keeney got in the way. Now Mia Bush to half forward. Newton looks to have this covered. She's got Gamble there for company. Flips it inside to Flynn. Her handball missed Strom. So she soccers off the ground. Only as far as Keeney, who pokes it back inside 50 to a 2-on-2. Well done low. Slips away from Bannister. Gaylor, great grab. And it's the Bombers now with some sustained front half pressure.
Yeah, they're able to turn the ball over at halfway and go back at them if they can get a deep entry here.
Gaylor looking for that. Goff will have to fly from the back, created the stoppage. Bannister's clever from any angle. Bounces a goal and puts it through. And the Bombers are back in front.
In a big blow, Maddie Prasparkas has been ruled out with that hip issue, so her day is done.
Wait for latest news on Amber Clark as well, who's come off for assessment.
Good news from the Bombers camp. Amber Clark is good to go.
Oh, that's great news. As we mentioned, she suffered a concussion in round one. Used Clark. Floats the kick. Front on contact free kick. It's paid to Scanlon.
Well, Strom coming to the floor here. She's been able to take two out of the ruck and get the clearance. That's her 8th clearance now for the game.
Scanlon to the pocket for Mulholland. Strong grab. It's been a quiet day for Amy Mulholland. She's landed heavily there. Just had the one touch this afternoon. 40 out. Did drift right, as predicted. Gay needs to do here. It's a good purchase on the kick. Great fist in there late from Scanlon. Was headed for the chest of Alexander. Bannister tried to keep it moving and did. Nanscorn's handball. Radford. Here's Bannister through again, only as far as Lowe, who stopped her in her tracks. O'Driscoll hurls herself into the tackle as well. The Bombers at least get it to the wing out of the danger zone. 5,000 people here at Fremantle Oval. The Purple Army out in force. First home final since 2020. Lally's kick to the forward 50. Gay. Brown smothered off her boot. Well played Miller. Now pokes it inside 50. Antonio finds it on the ground. Shrugs a tackle. Umpire says advantage. Lally. Open goal. Freo in front. She'll set it up. It's all Freo at the front. Big mark taken by McCarthy. She now looks to change the angles to Reynolds. Strom down towards Newton, but she's surrounded.
So they've gone even numbers across the field now. Essendon, true one-on-one.
Got to find a way to get it out of the congestion here. At the moment, it seems like Freo are the only team able to do it. This time it's Ferrier. East tried to use the body. Newton wins the football. The dangerous O'Sullivan steps through some traffic, gets to 50, heads goalward, gets it over the back, and Marlon put them into a semi-final. Brilliant from Gabby O'Sullivan. Flip back. Scanlon couldn't control it, then found it again. Gaylor. Tackled by O'Driscoll. Umpire said high. And the Dockers survive the elimination final, and they will progress to face Adelaide in a semi-final next week. The Dockers 2 for 2 in home finals.